Make it too sexy for the ladies, you know. Too sexy for the ladies. Too sexy for the ladies. That's a whole nother hood story. Not the one we telling today. But that is funny. My Bulgarian friends, man. Oh. I don't know if I should put that one out. But that's gotta be done. Too sexy for the ladies. Too sexy for the ladies. Hey, come on, too sexy for the ladies. I had to one more time. Y'all got me thinking about that moment. But anyway, let's go into this hood story. Now, Catherine. Catherine is a beautiful lady. She used to work with us. She was, you know, Christian woman. She still is a Christian woman, from what I know. And she was great in the office. Always made sure everybody had what they needed, whether it's paperwork or anything. You ever asked Catherine to do anything, she had it. She was good with like invites to parties and making sure it's mailed to the right addresses. She was top notch, but she was lonely trying to find her a good man. The last man she had, she was with him for 2 years, and things would always go wrong. Like the guy would just steal her silverware. Like who does stuff like that? He took all my forks and knives and spoons out of the house. I don't know what he's doing. I'm like, I don't know people that do that. So I would feel real bad for Catherine. People tried to call her Cat and everything else. She took real exception to that. She's no, my name is Catherine. You know, she's one of those Southern Baptist Christians women. Like they hear a church song on the radio. So she was a good person though. She's absolutely wonderful. So you wanted to see things work out for her. So the job didn't, she was very naive when it came to certain things in life. And when it came down to, sorry about that, cold in my throat. But when it came down to her getting a promotion at the job completely overlooked her and said, well, Catherine, we love you. You're doing a great job here, and we want you to continue to do it for the same amount of money. And they watched another girl come in and do the job and get the promotions, oh my God, I'm getting promoted. And the job she got promoted to, she was already making what Catherine's making. Because she mistakenly let them know what she was getting paid. So then it became a black and white issue. So Catherine like, I know y'all ain't treat me like that. Oh my God. Lord, I'm just going to pray on it. So God answered her prayers and sent her to California because they had a better job for her in California. So she's like, the Lord want me to go, I'm finna go. So the company threw her a party, a goodbye Catherine party. Catherine left. Now, I haven't heard from Catherine in like, let's say 4 or 5 years. And then all of a sudden it comes 2012. Somebody be like, yo, you ain't hear what happened to Catherine? Now, I'm like, man, that was a minute ago. That was like 2009 she left the company, and I don't know, it's 2012, I ain't really seen her. So we looking at, 3 years? Then it was like somebody came with the 411, somebody who I ain't seen about 2-3 years. He had the whole 411 on the subject. And I'm like, unbelievable. Catherine moved all the way out to California. That job didn't work out. So she ended up somewhere else, like way out in like Nevada, near Arizona, Nevada, something like that, around that area. And she got another job where she met her man of her life at this church she was going to. And he was all into God and all into her, and they done went all over the place. They went to the Grand Canyon. They did prayer there. They prayed at a casino. They prayed here, and they was going to go get married at one of these, casinos. But he had proposed to her, but he kept putting off a date, saying he wanted to get his money right before he proposed, and So why they going through this process? He was trying to juggle a job because he was traveling. He said he was a truck driver. He's gonna take this driving job. So she didn't want him to leave and take this driving job. So she's like, I want you to put in for the job here. We need a driver, and I'm gonna see if they can get you hired. But he was like, yeah, but I don't live out there. I live out here, and I would have to get this place. She was, don't worry, I got it. She went down there and she co-signed for the place and put the co-signer, and his credit was so bad. They were like, even with a co-signer, he can't get it. He's like, you can get the place, but it had to be your responsibility only, like in your name. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna put he gonna stay here in my place. And she put her name on the lease. His name is nowhere on this lease now. So come to find out, they were living together, talking about a family and this and that, and a letter in the mail comes in for him. And she see his first name, but his last name's different. So she was like, what is this? And he like, oh, man, I can't believe this. How did they even find me? I gave them my brother's social security number. And she's like, what are you talking about? Come to find out, dude is married. Okay? He's not only married, he's using the name she know him by is his first name and his middle name. He left the last name off. So, because he was so burnt up on credit. He was using his brother's social security number while he was going to work, and that's why his stuff was getting direct deposits. He was kicking his brother back some money. She was putting a crib in her name. He had never lived there. I mean, he lived at that crib. He never paid rent. So the rent was compiled. He paid on it like maybe 1 or 2 months, and then he was so far behind on rent that once they hit a certain plateau with the rent, it was done. It was a done deal there. They were like, look, we kind of through with him. Like, you got to come get your stuff and get his stuff rather and get out of here because we about to cut him completely off. So she went there to get him kicked out of the place, and he's like, I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying here. She's like, no, you ain't. You married and this and that, and you been lying all this time. He's like, I ain't been lying. See, you don't want to listen to nothing. I'm trying to tell you, you never asked me was I married. And I'm separated. We trying to get this divorce. That's why I'm trying to be with you and marry you. I love you. And now I'm trying. You weren't paying rent here. What you was doing with your money? Come to find out, he was putting the money up, going out kicking it with another girl who he was kicking it with. And she sent him trying to find him because she was telling him she was pregnant. So this dude's caught up in all kind of mess. And so she felt like a fool. So she tried to call people up here for help. Like, well, I don't know what to do. And they was like, he won't leave the house. They was like, girl, your name on the lease. Call the cops and get him out. But instead, she called a goofy person that worked with us named Riri. Riri was a person who was straight, went gay, came back straight, and I don't know. Anyway, Riri went down there, took a plane, got a rental car, drove over there. Like, I'm going to go there with the house key, and I'm going to get him up out of there. They go there, Riri opened her mouth. So dude said, okay, and knocked Riri down the steps. So Riri flew on a plane, rented a car, drove all the way over there with Catherine so they can go up there and get herself knocked down the flight of steps. So now she on the phone, taking pictures, sending the pictures back to her family. Look what this guy did to me. And so now Riri family upset. And they call dude on the phone. You don't know us, son. You don't touch our door. You so dead. I'm killing you. I'm killing the landlord. Anybody get in my way. So they come out there. I don't know if they flew or drove. Don't know. They come out there. The police arrest all of them. Everybody that came out. Riri was there. They attempted assault, attempt murder, battery, threats. All kind of charges is flying. This dude is like, look, I was with this woman. The house is in her name. She wants me out. It's like, well, her name's on the lease. Yours is not. You got to go. They got his full name. Like, what's your name? Oh, there's warrant for your arrest too. So you going to jail too. So now he's going to jail. They got all the stuff out. Riri got a case. Her family member got cases. Everybody's going to court. Catherine, the only one, ain't arrested. But now she got to file for bankruptcy. Women, stop dealing with these nothing men. Period. End of the story. That's the hood story. Stop dealing with dudes who have nothing. All they can offer you is sex and get you pregnant and get you a baby. You know they ain't got nothing coming into the deal. Don't act like it's a surprise they didn't have nothing. You wouldn't have to put... Why would you have to put your name up on a lease for a dude? A grown man. You got to put your name up. You get... Oh, my ride here. I got to go.